if the message resonates, please feel free to like, comment, as well as subscribe. We'll never profess to be the best card reader on any social media platform. However, I do know how to read cards and am usually on point. Please don't ask me about divine feminines, divine masculines, spell work, or any of that other toe bullshit. My readings are for informative purposes only and not to be taken as medical and or legal advice. I do read my cards literally as well as the energy, so the story will always reveal itself. Please remember that energy is not gender specific. It can refer to you, someone you know, someone you have known, or someone you will know. I am politically incorrect and brutally blunt, and so if at any point during this message you are offended, I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry in advance, not my intention. Go find yourself another tarot card reader. Anyway, so let me change this. So this is going to be a reading for the sign of Aquarius. Last but not least, my Aqua minis. So I don't know what it is today, but I only had you and Taurus left, and up until today, I really hadn't channeled any energies or any messages for any of the other astrological signs. But Taurus, I got one, and for you, I just got one, Aquarius, and it is bored out of your mind. I'm hearing like bored to the brink of insanity, like you're bored in a situation, relationship with someone. You're craving a change of pace or a change of scenery, or you're just burnt out on just the same humdrum. So this is somebody who just feels like their life is just like, quite monotonous at this time is what I'm hearing. Like there's no excitement, there's no change, there's no what is the word I'm looking for? Spontaneity. That's the word. There's no spontaneity. Everything is rinse, wash, rinse, repeat type of situation. So every day is the same day. I'm hearing Groundhog's Day. So it seems like every day was just like the day before. Everywhere you go looks just like the place that you've been. Everybody that you meet, looks and sound like the people that, you've met and seen before. So you're craving something new, something novel, which is, par for the course for Aquarius, because you guys get bored easily. So this could be a situation where Aquarius, somebody is trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to get you to participate in or be happy in a relationship, a settled relationship, and perhaps that's just not you. You crave, variety, you crave spontaneity, you crave, novelty. Aquariuses do get bored quite easily, so I can see that. But I'm getting like for the month of March, you guys are just like really, really bored. Like there's nothing new. There's nobody new to like excite you or anything like that. It's like you want an adventure, I guess, is the energy. Like you want to meet somebody that is going to knock your socks off also. So this is also a situation where somebody is tired of meeting and dealing with the same people over and over and over again. They say the same things, they dress the same way, they look the same way. You want someone. So this is somebody who is surrounded by, so say this is somebody who is in Hollywood and they're surrounded by all these models, all these Kim Kardashian like women and everything. This is somebody who's bored with that. They want to meet someone who's different. They want to experience something that's different. Somebody is bored with just the everyday that they go through. So if somebody has money and is used to being able to buy whatever it is that they want, poor little rich boy syndrome is also what I'm getting, a poor little rich girl, where somebody also has everything at their fingertips, but nothing brings them happiness or joy. So this is somebody who has all the money in the world, but they don't have any fulfillment or any happiness in life. They don't find any joy in life. So like materially, they have everything, but emotionally, it's just like a void. Somebody is very dissatisfied with their life. However, they feel foolish because they should be very satisfied with everything because they have I'm hearing I have, what more could a man want is what I'm hearing. I have everything that I could ever possibly dream of. but it's still not enough. Somebody is longing for something different, something wholesome, something not material. If you are surrounded by the material, if you are surrounded by, you know, the wholesome and the, you know, the non-manufactured, somebody is, you know, yearning for the big city. So this could be, you know, like a little country boy or girl, you know, who's grown up in a very quiet, you know, rural type of community. Somebody longs for the big city. So I'm getting for the month of March, Aquarius, very dissatisfied with your present situation, but it's out of boredom than anything else. It's like, how many pairs of shoes can you buy? How many purses can you have? You know what I mean? How many cars can you have? You can't drive all 39 cars at one time. So it's like, okay, I have every car that I've ever wanted. I have, you know, red bottoms in every color. I have, you know, money in every account. I can go, you know, anywhere I want to go. So it's like, now what's next? You know what I mean? So now what? I don't have anyone to share it with, or, you know, the people that I do have in my life, they're not really here for authentic, genuine reasons. You know, they're just here for the money. So somebody is really craving a different environment. I've been like shuffling these cards for the longest time since I've started this reading. So that also, to me, is symbolic of, you know that you want something, you just don't know what it is. You know that you crave something, but you just don't know what it is. So it's kind of like being hungry, but you don't know what it is that you want to eat. You know what I mean? So it's like you're starving, and say you order a pizza and you get the pizza, and it could be like your favorite pizza, but it just doesn't hit the spot. So, insatiable also is a word that I would say for March. All right, what energy do we have for our Aquariuses for March 2026? Uh-oh. Also, somebody could have allergies, but bored. Also, somebody could be ill right now, or somebody's health could be failing. So this could be a situation where somebody has everything that they could ever materially want in this world. And when they were, you know, alive and thriving and younger, perhaps they had more friends than they could shake a stick at. But now somebody is getting older. Perhaps somebody's health is failing. Somebody doesn't, you know, can't offer the good times that they once did. And now it's like, somebody is realizing that none of that material shit matters when it's all said and done. Like, when it really matters, and when it gets down to the get down, you could have all the money in the world, but, you know, when your health is failing, somebody is also realizing that health is wealth. So somebody could have lived their life placing emphasis on material wealth and neglected their body, their well-being, their, you know, neglected their health. And so now somebody has all the money in the world, but their health is failing. So it's like, okay, I have all this money, but I'm sickly all the time, so I can't really go out and enjoy it as well, Aquarius. And then what came out in the reverse? Somebody, well, I'm not going to read this in the reverse. Somebody is sick, somebody is not feeling well. I guess this came out in the reverse. I don't know. You know, somebody's not feeling well. So you could have a cold this month. I mean, I know the month is halfway over. So you could have had a cold. You could have experienced some type of sickness, some type of ailment. Also, this is also a situation where, going back to, somebody had all the money in the world, has all the resources in the world, but somebody is sickly, somebody is bedridden. Somebody, so, okay. What I'm getting is somebody in the 12th hour is realizing all of the, you know, all of the advice people would try to give them. So what this is giving me is, at the bottom of the deck, oh, not blowing the tuba. Oh, dear. Somebody could have been born in 77 as well. Aquarius. Let's see. I'm gonna put this down for a second. I'm gonna keep this up because I'm not quite sure. But that's giving me that's a whole other message. There's something about kids too, and there's something about kids being specifically little boys being, what is it, seasoned and or conditioned. There's a teacher out here who is doing something to their kids. This could be a music teacher, but there is a teacher, so this could be like a extracurricular, or not a teacher that teaches core subjects, but somebody who could possibly teach like art or music or band or something like that. There's a teacher out here who behaves inappropriately around their students, but these are younger students. So these students are too young to understand that what the teacher is doing is inappropriate. Okay. I just heard the most disgusting thing. Somebody... There's most definitely somebody out here doing something to little kids. Aquarius, you can find this out in the month of March. Hopefully none of your children and or family is affected, but there's somebody who is quite inappropriate, creepy, spooky, even around children. And I'm getting for some that you've always kind of kept your eye on somebody, like, you were always kind of in the back of your mind worried and or concerned that somebody could have been touching a child or something like that. It could also come out where there was a parent figure, a teacher, an authority figure who basically did something to a child, and now that somebody is on their deathbed and everything, they're ready to confess all their sins. Somebody could be passing this month. Aquarius, my condolences. And for some, there's somebody out here who lived a very trite life, or somebody who was trifling out there. And now that, like I said, they're in their final hours, somebody wants to confess and be absolved for their sins. Somebody was out here touching little kids. Period. I'm not even gonna period. Somebody would tell a child that basically would tell a child that they could practice on them. July 7th could be significant, or somebody could be born in 77. Somebody plays an instrument. Somebody plays the horns. So somebody is in the brass section, or this could also be somebody who, this could also be a conductor, an orchestra conductor, or somebody who plays in the orchestra as well. This could be somebody who is well known, especially in the classical music genre. Somebody abused their power. Somebody used their authority. So somebody would make their students and or subordinates or what have you perform sexual favors in order to, gain admission into something or to get ahead in something. I'm hearing if you wanted to get a solo or something like that, basically you had to blow somebody's horn. No pun intended. That's disgusting. All right, I don't want to get in. I don't want to be in that anymore. I don't. But there is somebody who is dying. Excuse me about that. There is somebody who is sick and somebody who is dying. Also, this person, whoever is accomplished, has a lot, who had a lot of money. When this person was younger and they were getting their money, this person was a scumbag. So this was not a nice person. This was not someone of good character. And now that somebody is an invalid or somebody has gotten sick, and is bedridden for some, nobody comes to see about this person. The only person that this person sees is their home health aide or their nurse. Nobody comes to see about this person. This person is utterly alone now, too. So this is somebody who, when they had it, they were rude and nasty to everybody. This is somebody who was quite arrogant, somebody who was, how people are when they, not people, but some people, when they have money, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're shitty acting. They, act like, everybody is beneath them and they're so much better than everybody. And, for some, they would keep people around them who looked up to them, so that way, they could always be like the big man on campus. And so this will be somebody who will like give you something, but then when they get around other people, like, oh, shut up, man, you know what I'm saying? If if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even have that. I gave you, you know what I'm saying? I bought you the shoes on your feet, or that was my jacket, or so somebody is like that. Somebody always has to be like the center of attention, or the big man, or, the queen bee on campus. Somebody, that was just, and one of the ways that they did that would be to, belittle those around them, things like that. Somebody, somebody's health is failing. Somebody basically has problems breathing as well. So you could have problems breathing this month, Aquarius. Somebody got got sick fast. Or basically, so this could be where somebody, thought that they had like a cold, a summer cold or something like that. Or, just like a little cough or however. And so, they had this cough, or they, weren't feeling well for quite some time and everything. And so they end up going to the doctor or, something like that. And, say within days or whatever, they have fallen so, violently and severely ill that now they're bedridden. You know what I mean? Where just a week ago they were walking around and, walking and talking. Somebody could have suffered a stroke. Somebody could have suffered a heart attack. Somebody's health status changed overnight. So this could be where somebody had a stroke. And so now they're helpless. They can't help themselves. And other people have to care for them. The only thing is there's nobody there to care for them because perhaps when they were out, they weren't so nice to people or they weren't so great to people. This is also a situation where somebody's mom could be ill or some female family member, and one of the reasons why this person has nobody to care for them, like I'm hearing somebody has children but their children don't even see about them, is because when they were, when their children were younger, they possibly had a spouse or they had a boyfriend or something, and they I'm not going to say allow this person to do something to the kids, but maybe chose to ignore red flags. Maybe this person was too busy doing other things that, they should have been, watching their kids, but perhaps this person was out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps this person had suffered some type of drug and or alcohol addiction that, kept them from being a responsible parent or something like that. And as a result of lack of supervision, lack of parental, whatever oversight, some children were left vulnerable and they were, basically left out there by themselves, and the big bad world got to them. And so now this parent is sick and the kids are like, I mean, I love, but I'm not gonna, I'm hearing somebody say like, I love her, I love him, but I'm not about to do all that, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some children out there who've not been able to let go of, or somebody who's not been able to let go of that past trauma. Like, well, when I needed you, you know what I'm saying? You was out there, I'm hearing you was smoking crack, or, somebody's mom or father could have been on drugs. And so because they were out there chasing their high and in the streets and shit, they weren't watching their kids. Or, they would have the kids at home, but because they, somebody could have had like a lot of in and out traffic in the house and everything. And so they, would have people, so like, I'm also getting somebody's house, somebody's parents' house, or, guardian or whomever they stayed with, somebody's family's house was like the hangout house. So, everybody would come over to that house to drink, play cards, I guess get high and everything. So there was always a lot of traffic in and out of the house. And as a result, you know what I'm saying? You have strangers coming in your house and you have little kids and you're not watching either one, shit is going to happen. Hell, shit can happen when you are watching your kid, you know what I'm saying, in this day and age. But especially, if there's a lot of alcohol, there's drugs, you know what I mean, and things like that, somebody possibly, because they were too busy partying, somebody's child got violated. For one or two, this somebody knew that their children were getting touched, or the person that they were dealing with, or the person that they knew possibly did violate their child. Not possibly, they did know. In the back of their mind, they knew. But either they didn't want to admit it to themselves, or, because once you have to admit it, it becomes real. So it's like now, if I stay, you know what I'm saying, I'm a monster. But if I go, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to miss out on X, Y, and Z. So I just won't even acknowledge it and or address it. The problem doesn't exist. So somebody basically, somebody's person would keep them high and keep them drunk. And that would be one of the reasons why they would keep them high and keep them drunk, because they would keep, that person high and drunk until they passed out. And then when they passed out, they could have their way with their kids. Somebody would tell their kids, this is maybe your whole reading, Aquarius, is just going to be trigger warning, because this is, oh my goodness, I don't even know what the fuck you all have going on here, but this is awful. Somebody would act like they were playing a game with the kids. So it was a game that they played, It was a game that they would play. Tag is what I'm hearing as well. Hide and go seek. Somebody out here had money. So this would be like, so say somebody was on, also my right eye just started hurting. So somebody could get hit in their eye or got hit in their eye or something like that. But somebody was dealing with another person, and this person had money. And that's the reason why they kept them around. Look, she knows, like the mom knew, oh, honey, you're okay. You know what I mean? You're just tired and everything. And look at the baby like, mommy, you know what I'm saying? Like, he hurt me. Like, oh, no, you just imagined it. It's okay. So somebody could be dealing with some type of family issues, family traumas from way back. So this could be a situation where like a family member, like I said, is passing away or has gotten sick or something like that. And now all of these, these traumas and these past hurts are coming up now. Hell no, I ain't about to take care of her. Hell, fuck him. Hell no, I ain't about to take care of him. I don't give a fuck if that nigga die, is what I'm hearing. Like somebody has energy like that. Like, I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't lift a finger to help that person. After what they did to me, nah. Somebody's mother knew that their children were being touched, and she allowed that shit to go on. She allowed that to go on. somebody stayed with someone even though they knew that, you know, they couldn't trust them around their children because this person was financially secure and, you know, they had a good life. So you know what this is giving me? So I just heard on Facebook, I guess it was supposed to be leaked footage, but you can't tell it, you know, nowadays because everything is AI. But it was supposed to be like a phone conversation between Mia Farrow and Woody Allen. And so for all those people who don't know who they are, they were, you know, movie stars, you know, in the 60s and 70s and 80s, you know, even the 90s and everything. And Woody, whatever, was a famous director. He starred in a couple of his movies and everything. But they adopted 2 kids, and he ended up marrying their eldest adopted daughter and everything. And so, you know, this video, or I'm sorry, this tape recording is supposed to have, you know, surfaced talking about how he basically touched and molested their youngest daughter, who was like literally a baby, like 2 or 3 years old and everything. And so this is giving me that, where there was a parent out there who was complicit. You know, like they would never address it. So like the kids could come and everything, and this would be a mom who would just shut it down. Like, you know what, you're imagining things, or you're just whatever, you're just saying that because, you know, you're whatever. So the mom always rationalized what was going on. I mean, this could be the dad, you know, or guardian, female guardian or male guardian, but somebody always rationalized, you know, whatever these concerns were away. Well, I would leave, but where are we going to go? I mean, who's going to help me take care of the bills? Somebody basically was a kept woman as well. Also, wow, the mom herself was a victim of, was an assault victim when she was a child. So these are all... This is giving me a family that has money. So this is like on some old, you know, super rich family type of whatever. So this could be like somebody that's famous or well known that's getting ready to pass, and you could come out about this person's particular past issues. But if not, you know, somebody's name could be Esther as well. Somebody could have been born in 1942. Somebody could be a Capricorn. Somebody could also be a Scorpio. Somebody could be a Cancer. November 4th could be significant. July 7th could be significant. Or January 14th could be significant. But somebody knew what was going on. Okay? Wow. So that just blew my whole whatever. Aquarius, I don't even know what you have. So this is what I am going to say. This is what I am going to say. If this is not a if, this is not a if, this is happening. All right? Also, there is a child out here who is sick. And this child is sick because this child has contracted something from whoever this person is that has been doing stuff to them. And that is how a parent is going to find out. So, yeah. I did say that there was a woman out here who was complicit in this. Somebody is also could be in yeah. Also something about a child sex trafficking ring, transport, something like that. But back to what I was saying about there was a woman that was complicit in this. There's a woman, yeah. Also, there's somebody out here, okay, but we are going to get into the whole child, whatever. So you can find out this month, Aquarius, about some type of child abduction operation or whatever. there is a woman, perhaps she's supposed to be a caregiver, nanny, or somebody who works in a school, a teacher, however it goes down. There's a teacher out there, again, that behaves inappropriately around their children, but there's also a female out here who possibly is behaving inappropriately with students, but also there is a female that is either paid to bring kids or to draw kids or to, you know, I don't even know what's the word I'm looking for. So say, you know, there's a woman that comes up to the kids and says, hey, little boy, you want some candy? Somebody paid that woman to do that. And then they get the little boy and the little boy says, yeah, I want some candy. Oh, well, here, come over here and we'll go to the store and we'll get some. And, you know, once they get the child out of sight, they take the kid or something like that. There's a woman that gets paid to do that. Also, there's a woman at a school, or this is a foster care facility, or there's some place where there's an abundance of children, where somebody has access to children, and perhaps these are children that, you know, have been taken out of the home or something. And I said this many, many years ago, that there was a couple out here doing stuff to kids, and that there was also like some type of whatever within the foster care system. You could find out that somebody has been exploiting that, and that's some kind of child ring. Yes, somebody gets paid a lot of money to sell babies, buy babies on the black market. Whew. All right, so watch your babies this month, Aquarius, for real, for real. Like, and if you have any type of icky feeling about a family member or not even a family member, but just anybody around your baby, pay attention to that. If your baby is or your child is like sick, or, you know, I'm hearing like mouth sores as well for a little kid too. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. That's fucking disgusting. Pay attention to your babies. For sure. Yeah, there's a predator out here. And this predator looks like a friend. This predator looks like the last person you would ever suspect to be. Hey, Lonnie, how are you? Thank you for joining me. This person looks like the last person you would ever assume or suspect to be sick like that. But they are among us. So this could be like a church choir, like the choir leader, the band leader. It has something to do with music. Somebody's kid is in the band. Yeah. Somebody is out here doing something to kids, period. All right, what is the energy for Aquarius? We have hopeless romantic. All right, well, that has taken a turn. And, believing in fairy tales, no filter. Oy. And recharge. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have retirement goals. All right, Aquarius, what do we have here? What do we have here for you? All right, with the hopeless romantic, this is giving me that living in denial type of energy that we were just talking about. There's a woman out here who possibly knows that their significant other or the person that they're dealing with, this could be a friend, this could be anybody, has a dark side to them, or is inappropriate around their kids, or just is living an inappropriate lifestyle, or is doing some crazy ass shit, but they choose to look the other way. Okay? You could have, with this recharge and no filter, as I said, this month something could be happening where old memories and past traumas are triggered, and you could be speaking up about something. So going back to what I was saying, like somebody could be sick and say you're having a family meeting, or I'm just using this as an example, and it's like, all right, well, what, mama's sick now or daddy's sick now, you know what I'm saying? So who's gonna help me take care of them, like who's gonna come and sit with them? And you looking at the siblings and everything, and maybe I'm hearing only the youngest sibling is the only one that's willing to take care of the parent or whoever this person is. And that's because by the time the youngest sibling came around, or the youngest came around, that person stopped doing what they were doing. Okay. And so, they're like, well, I need help. Are y'all gonna help me? Da da da. And the kids, the older siblings are like, no, I ain't about to help you take care of them. Hell no. I wish I would. And it's like, well, why? And this person just starts rattling it down, like no chaser, no nothing. Because this dirty, no good motherfucker used to touch me, and every time I turned around, he was trying to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and she knew all about it, and she didn't say shit about it. She didn't try to stop it. She made me think that I was crazy, or, I was always in trouble, because she was somebody also somebody basically painted their child out to be a problem child, or like created the narrative that their child was a problem and or an issue, or just like a bad seed or something, to cover up the fact that this child was getting touched inappropriately, and that basically they allowed it. They knew what was going on and they didn't do anything about it. Somebody basically also for the month of March is going to accept things for the way that they are. All right. Somebody also is, in terms of the denial, you have some people, well, not some people, for the month of March, basically nobody is going to be able to live in denial with you, or you're not going to be able to live in denial with someone else. Somebody is going to basically serve the truth up straight with 2 olives. Like, you ain't shit, you dirty motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You not shit, because you knew that he wasn't shit. And I'm like, somebody just basically has no respect, has no whatever just none, no empathy and or sympathy for somebody. Also, there could be somebody who is sick, and because they are sick and they're bedridden, they are unable to care for their kids. And so this could be a situation where you could have brought in help to help you care for your children, like a nanny or babysitter or something like that. You need to watch this person. There's something that feels off about somebody with you this March, Aquarius. Something just doesn't feel right about somebody, and you can feel it. Like, you can literally feel when this person comes around, somebody gives you the willies, or somebody can feel this way about you. It's just like, I just can't put my finger on it. It's just something about that person. So it's just something off about someone. Yeah. All right, what is the past energy for this? Somebody basically, I'm also hearing that scene in Precious where the mother was talking to Mariah Carey, where Monique was talking to Mariah Carey, and she was just saying, no, she didn't want her man to touch her child. She wanted her man to love her. But if the only way that she could get her man to love her was to let him touch the baby, well, then she was willing to do that. There's a woman who loves a man so much, or, this could be, but I'm getting, yeah. Or she loves what this man can do for her so much that she's willing to sacrifice the safety and well-being of her children. So this could be a mom who's a gold digger. And so basically, you know what I mean, it doesn't really matter much about the quality of man as long as that man has money. So somebody was very money-centric, money-oriented. You just don't want me to have a man. You know, so what, you want to go back to living in poverty, not having anything to eat, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, if he says something to you, just tell him no. I mean, you don't have to, you know, somebody basically handled a situation like that. Not really quite putting the blame or the fault, like, you know, somebody wasn't like, you know, like, you're making him do this, or what are you doing to, you know, cause this person to, you know, want to do these things to you. But it's more so like, not saying that you're the cause, but also not saying that you're not the cause, if that makes sense. All right, what came out in the past is Aquarius. So you came out in your own reading. Also, somebody could be pregnant. This could also be a student that gets pregnant by her, or a student that gets pregnant by their teacher. Somebody could have blonde hair. All right, what else for past energy for this? So this could also be a situation where there's some young girl who was messing around and ended up getting pregnant and didn't know that she was pregnant. And so she's thinking that she just has like a flu or stomach virus or something. She or her mom just think this, and it could come out that she's pregnant. And when you question her about who's the baby, who's the baby's father, you could find out that it is a teacher, an educator, or somebody, an adult. Okay? All right, give me one more for past energy for my Aquariuses. Sorry about that. We have 10 of Cups, King of Cups, and 8 of Wands. And I'm not going to take all these. Somebody also, yeah, fuck. For some of you all, somebody used their children to try to either keep a relationship going, keep somebody at home, or make somebody stay. Also, somebody tried to use kids. So this could also be a situation where you have kids with somebody, Aquarius, and say you two are no longer together. Somebody could always be calling you about the baby. Like, you got to come over, the baby is sick. You got to come over, the baby needs this. You got to come over, da-da-da-da-da. So somebody could be like, you know what, since you're having so many problems with the baby, you should just, maybe I should just take custody of the child too. That could be something that's coming up as well. But somebody could be also trying to reconcile some type of relationship, family structure with somebody. King of Cups. So this could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. If this is not a water sign, gentlemen, this could be, somebody's husband, somebody's boyfriend, again, somebody's child's father, something like that. But somebody could be trying to reconcile a relationship. Also, this person, again, I did say somebody could have contracted something. Somebody could also be out here spreading themselves a bit thin and sharing their wine, and their wine has something not right with it. Okay. Yeah. Also, somebody basically was trying to work out, going back to, I just cannot get over, no, Aquarius, there's somebody doing something to kids. So, they're also, somebody's in a relationship with this gentleman, and this gentleman doesn't want anything this woman or, this person has to offer them. They're not in love. They don't want it. They're not dealing with it. They're not even looking your way. Somebody basically, the more you try to love up on somebody, Aquarius, the more they seem to resent you, or they seem to like tighten up. So it could be like you go to hug somebody and they tense up, you know what I mean? Or you go to hold somebody's hand and they like kind of like, they'll snatch it away, but they'll like move it and everything. Somebody basically doesn't want to be bothered with someone. Period. They don't want to be bothered. And somebody keeps trying to reconcile a relationship with someone. Somebody keeps trying to reconcile a relationship with somebody that keeps burning them. Also, somebody is trying to wife a lady or a lady of the night. Somebody's trying to make somebody settle down, and they just don't want to do that. That's just not what they want to do. That's just not. I did say in the very beginning, somebody craves novelty. Somebody keeps passing something back and forth between them and their partner because somebody is always going out looking for the next best thing. So this doesn't have to be anything like chlamydia or gonorrhea or anything like this, but this could just be like, you know, trichomonas or BV or something like that. Somebody needs variety, period. Somebody is never satisfied. All right, what is the current energy for this for my Aquariuses? And hi to everyone. I'm sorry, if I'm not looking in the camera, I'm just trying to concentrate on what it is that I'm seeing and hearing. I know one thing, I know I'm getting hot, so whatever it is, I know that's on point. Okay. So somebody could want to get back with you. You could want to get back with someone as well. You kept hooking up with someone, Aquarius, or somebody kept hooking up with you, however it goes, you know, and somebody wasn't faithful. That's number one. Somebody didn't practice safe sex. Somebody was like very reckless out here with their body. And for whatever the reason, you kept going back to this person. Maybe, you know, it was a challenge for you to try to settle this person down. Now, I do know this about Aquarius is like the thrill for is in, okay, confirmation. The thrill for an Aquarius is in the chase. All right, Aquariuses love to chase. So if you want an Aquarius to love you, basically you can never give yourself to an Aquarius. Don't debate me on this. My first love was an Aquarius, okay? I learned how to kick in the door on that nigga. So this I know. But the problem with that is that once an Aquarius has conquered you, the thrill is gone. And then it's off to the next person. So basically, if you want to keep your Aquarius, you have to always make that person chase you. Now, depending on what sign you are or what element you are, that might be cool for another air sign. You know what I mean? But for, say, like a water sign, we don't have time for and I'm a water sign. But we don't have time for that shit. Like, we just want to find somebody that we can love up on consistently, settle down. You know, we're very, you know, that's not a water in general. You know, everybody is different. But in general, you know, that is the difference between water signs and air signs, or water signs and fire signs. You know, things like that. Fire signs love money. They are motivated by financial security. But, you know, for an Aquarius, again, the thrill for you all is in the chase. So once, you know, you have conquered your prey, you don't want it anymore, or it doesn't hold that same excitement for you. You know, now you guys have to go. I always call Aquariuses, you know, the astrological adrenaline junkies, because it's always, hey, mystical saga. You said you're a fire sign. Yeah, it is. And then think about it. What does fire and air make? More fucking fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does fire or what does air and water make? A hurricane. Like, it's no bueno. But you guys Aquariuses are always seeking the next high, you know, metaphorically speaking. And so to somebody who just wants to settle down, it's just not going to work. So this could be, you know, for the month of March, Aquarius, you just realize perhaps you're not the marrying type. You know, that whole monogamous type of, you know, lifestyle is just not for you. Somebody is, you know, bored, sick to death of sitting at home watching Netflix and, you know, Netflix and chilling, or, you know, and somebody basically with this recharge, no filter car, somebody is like, fuck, I cannot take it anymore. I gotta go. I want to get out. I love you, but I'm not happy. You know, this is cool, but this is just not for me. Like, I can't do this every day. So somebody could have been trying to fake the funk as well in a relationship, pretend like they were happy in a situation, perhaps because, you know, financially the situation was good, or he could never keep still. I had to dip. Yeah, honey, those Aquariuses, baby. Whew, baby. How about this? I never talked to another Aquarius after him. How about that? Yeah, I used to, on any given day you could come over his house and he had another woman. And my favorite saying for him, I'd tap on the window and I'd be like, his name was Ray Sean. I'd be like, Sean, I'm getting ready to go to the store, and when I come back, if you don't have that bitch out of your house, I'm going to huff and I'm going to puff and I'm going to blow your shit the fuck in. And I would go, and he would, you know, maybe stomp around like Rumpelstiltskin because he was embarrassed. You know, he was getting holed out in his own house. But I tell you what, 5 minutes later when I got back from that store, they would always be gone. But who has time for that all the time? Like, fucking hell. You can never leave them alone. You know what I mean? Because they're often always chasing somebody else. Yeah, that was a mess. He was a whole mess. Like, a whole mess. Still a mess, from what I understand. All right, so what is the current energy for that? Oh, yeah. No. Whew. I tried to hit him with my car. He slept with so many people that I knew. Just oh yeah, honey, just disrespectful. He was off the chain. Off the chain. But I tell you what, he taught me a lot about what it was that I don't want in a relationship and or a person. Very charismatic, you know, the life of the party. His house was the hangout house and everything, like, you know, but it was always, you know, like say a new girl came around, she doing that flirting, or, you know what I mean, just, you can just instantly tell it was getting ready to be some shit. So somebody could be going through that right now too. Also, somebody could, on the flip side, somebody could be tired of somebody's flighty ass ways too. And they could be like, listen, I've had enough. I'm ready to go. So like you said, you were ready to dip. This could just be like, listen, somebody also could have stuck it out in a situation with someone whom basically they had commitment issues. They had commitment phobias. You couldn't keep them still. You couldn't keep them in the house. And somebody hoped beyond all hope this shit was going to work out, that this person would eventually settle down, that they would eventually choose you. And somebody is getting tired of waiting. And for the month of March, somebody could be walking away and finally just putting that situation to bed. Like, listen, I've tried everything that I can do. First of all, you're not even that fucking cute to be doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Your dick game ain't that strong. Your money ain't that long. Like, I don't understand what it is that you call yourself doing. Somebody could be reading somebody, you know, the Riot Act also for the month of March. All right. Current energy. I'm sorry. I keep looking at these cards and I just keep seeing different things. All right. We have... okay. We have King of Wands. And then we have Four of Pentacles. You could have also blocked somebody or kind of like taken a break from someone to kind of get your mind right. So this could also be where somebody was out here fucking with a head fuck mind player as well. So somebody also, somebody was dealing with a player, period. You could also be dealing with a fire sign gentleman, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If this is not a fire sign gentleman, this is somebody who is of a light, what is it, a medium light to medium brown complexion as well. There is most definitely somebody doing something to kids. All right, like, watch your babies. Please watch your babies. Women, if you started dating someone, I'm not even gonna say, even if you didn't just start dating someone, if you have some type of feeling about somebody, a weird feeling, pay attention to that. Also, pay attention to how your children react around certain people too, because your child will tell you what's going on with them if you take the time to listen and pay attention. Also, somebody is a rat out here, so somebody is like snitching and doing a lot of talking. Somebody also, so this could be a situation, yeah, somebody's out here snitching too, by the way. Somebody is wired up for sound, Aquarius. Watch out if somebody that you've not spoken to, or somebody that you know is possibly going through some type of legal situation, if they call your ass out the blue and they want to go get a drink or have a conversation and they get to talking about some old other shit that perhaps happened in the past or whatever, that person could be mic'd up. That person could be trying to get some incriminating evidence on you as well. Your boyfriend or your husband could be a fire sign, Aquarius. You could be dealing with the fire sign gentleman. This could be a husband, boyfriend, father, something like that. But for whatever it is, somebody is a player, or your boyfriend or husband is a player. Somebody is just, you're trying to husband or boyfriend up somebody who just cannot be tamed. Somebody cannot be tamed. Somebody has bitches out here and they love all their bitches. Okay? They love them all and their bitches love them. And every one of their bitches believes that they are the only one. Two. So this is a man who basically, this is not a gigolo, a Casanova. So this is somebody who has women everywhere and their women love them and their women are loyal to them as well. So this is somebody who doesn't practice safe sex, meaning he might have sex with 2 or 3 different people, but he doesn't practice safe sex because these women basically, are in love with him. So he knows that he is the only person that they are having sex with. Somebody has game. Somebody is a head fuck mind player, like I just said. Yeah. All right, what is this? This 4 of Pentacles. You could also be getting somebody could be letting you know that somebody is a rat. Or that somebody has basically snitched on an operation. Somebody also could have gotten arrested. So this is like some type of, so there's getting ready to be some arrests in some type of child trafficking ring. Something is getting ready to come out. People are starting to turn on one another. People are also trying to hide their money at this time. So this doesn't necessarily have to be about a child trafficking ring, but there could be somebody out here who is facing some type of legal whatever. And right now this person is in the process of trying to move his money around or hide his money somewhere. Because somebody could be snitching, somebody could be talking. Or somebody's scared that somebody is going to snitch, or somebody's scared that somebody is going to talk. Uh-oh. You said garage harem. Never let them meet your baby. Yeah, I've never been somebody who was big on letting men around my kids either. I mean, yeah. Even when you watch your kid, you still can't protect your child from everything. You know what I mean? But one thing about my dad, and he was not my, I wasn't raised by my biological dad, but he was my father. That was my father. And I remember, like, say mail company would come over to the house, the first thing my father would tell me is go upstairs, there's grown folks down here, or go put your robe on. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't, come downstairs or come around people without my robe on. I don't even think that they even make kids wear robes nowadays, but like my father, he just wasn't on that. Like, period. And I thank him for that. I thank my father for that. All right, so now what do we have in terms of the, I'm trying to see before I move on. I'm sorry this is taking so long. I would love to be able to master the quick horoscope readings, and I swear I try my very, very hardest, but then I try to make sure that I'm, communicating everything that I'm seeing. All right, what is the outcome for this? Yeah, somebody kept trying to, like, you knew this man was not good for you. You knew this person was not good for you. You knew that this person either didn't love you the way that you love them, or this person wasn't ready for a relationship, or whatever it was, and you took it as a personal challenge to try to, tame this person or settle this person down. So I could be speaking to an Aquarius female. You know what I mean? This person was a chase for you. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't want to settle down. Hey, cookie cutter. He was a chase for you. You know what I mean? You took that shit as a personal challenge to make him fall in love with you. At that point, when he said that he didn't want anything serious, he became the only thing on your mind. You loved him and him alone, okay? Or, her alone, put the energies where they fit. But when somebody basically, resisted and or pulled back, the more somebody resisted and or pulled back, the more the other person wanted that person. It's like, yes, she told me she hates my fucking guts. I love her. I gotta have her. I've never had anybody tell me that they fucking hate me before. She's the one. She's the one. And somebody just basically looked at it like that. Like, yes. She slapped me. When I said that, you see all these cards that popped out? Somebody could have got slapped for lying. Aquarius, you are coming out in your own reading so hard. A Cancer, you said a Cancer here. And you know what? Cancers are the Aquariuses of the water signs, because y'all get bored super easy too. Okay? Cancers, y'all a mess. Whoo, y'all. For y'all to be so sensitive, y'all so damn mean. Okay, that's number one. Cancers are mean as shit. Second of all, I hate to be tied down. You do. So you all have like a lot of emotional affairs. So y'all don't cheat, but y'all gonna have lots of phone conversations and shit. Y'all also need a lot of variety. Sorry. All right, what is the outcome for this for my Aquariuses? Yes, that is so Aquarius. Like, yes, I love him. He said that he is dating 5 other women. Fuck them hoes. Them hoes don't have nothing on me. I'm going to make him love me. Or she said that she wasn't ready for a relationship. She just got out of a relationship. So you know what? I'm going to wine her and dine her. And I'm going to show her that I am the one. The more you say no, the more that makes somebody want to be with the other person, period. All right, outcome from my Aquarius. I'm just going to take this. All right, so we have the Lover's card. So you could be dealing with the Gemini. Hey, Stephanie, you said you're a Cancer. Honey, y'all mean. Y'all quick to slap somebody. For real, for real. For y'all to be so damn sensitive. Angel Eyes, you said godless women. He said he needs to stay over there. Yeah, somebody could be dealing with a Gemini. Or, you could feel like this is your soulmate. Yeah, somebody feels like you're their soulmate because you told them to go fuck off. Like, oh my God, she told me to fuck myself. I love her. Yeah. We have the Tower card, and then we have Ace of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. Well, first of all, Aquarius, it could also come to light that the father of a child or somebody had a child with a Gemini, or a Gemini could be a baby, could be the baby, or somebody could have had a baby with a Gemini. All right. Side note from that, you could also be dealing with an Aries. Also, somebody could be thinking about proposing to someone, or that is the reason why somebody could be thinking about proposing to somebody or marrying somebody. Somebody is not like the rest. Somebody is different. So this could be a situation where, like I said, you know, somebody is very easy on the eyes. Somebody has the gift of gab. Somebody could talk somebody out of their panties like that. Somebody could sell salt to a slug. Somebody, like I said, is a head fuck mind player. But you know what this is giving me? Cruel Intentions. I don't know if anybody on this live has seen that movie, Cruel Intentions, but you know, basically, it's a, you know, another interpretation of Dangerous Liaison, which is basically a story about, you know, a man making a bet with someone to seduce a virgin, to seduce the unseducible. And basically, the more that, you know, the person that they were, you know, chasing resisted them, the more they fell in love with this person. So this is a situation where somebody, it was very easy for them to get, you know, women in the bed, or, you know, for this woman to get a man, or however it goes down. But, you know, this man met this one girl, you know, the one that he was supposed to seduce, and she was nothing like the rest. I mean, she was innocent, she was intelligent, she had her own thoughts, you know, she had her own convictions, something completely different than what he was used to. And, you know, she didn't just fall for him. Her panties didn't just drop for him, and he fell in love with her. And I'm getting a situation like this where somebody basically has met the one, because this one doesn't try to be anything but what they are. Or this person doesn't try to impress, like, you know, perhaps all the other people in this person, in, you know, your life, Aquarius, or in the other person's life does. I did say somebody was craving something different. You said the cult needs to keep Iraqi. I don't know what that means. You said he needs to move to a poly country. Right? But you know, this is, I said in the very beginning of the reading, that somebody was bored with the same old, same old. Somebody, you know, was craving something different, and somebody could have met somebody different. And as a result, somebody could be thinking about marrying this person. Somebody has found the one. This could also be going back to the teacher thing. So this could be a situation where, say you met your child's teacher. And, you know, this is a good looking teacher, and, you know, all of the other female single moms fawn all over this, you know, this teacher or this person and everything. And, you know, you come into the school parent teacher conference and you don't give this motherfucker a second look. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to hurry up, conduct this parent teacher conference so you can get home, cook dinner, fold clothes, whatever it is, so you can get ready for the next day. And this person is just like, damn. She didn't even look. She didn't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm hitting her with my best lines and everything. Hey, Barbara. How are you, babe? You know, you said garage harem won. The garage harem never wins, baby. They never win. So don't think that. She just won that round, but she definitely didn't win the war. But this person's like, damn, she didn't even pay attention to me. She didn't even look, you know. And this person is not used to that, because I'm just using this as an example, because, you know, all of the moms, you know, in the school, they always want to, you know, be around him and smiling at him like, hey, somebody's name is Morris, first or last name. Hey, Mr. Morris, you know, how you doing? And, you know, Mr. Morris knows that he's that thing. He knows that he's good looking or whatever. So he's not impressed by the, you know, the moms. But here this one mom comes in. And this is giving like bad moms. that movie where Amy, the character Amy, she was just, a wreck, disheveled all the time. And, she wasn't made up. She wasn't, well manicured like the rest of the moms. But the one eligible, male parent in the school, he was digging her. He liked her. She was different. She wasn't like the rest. So somebody could be choosing you, Aquarius. This is definitely a marriage. I definitely see a marriage. I did say somebody was trying to reconcile a relationship, so you could be working on a reconciliation for the month of March as well, Aquarius. Especially if you are dealing with a Gemini or another Aquarius. I don't see how two Aquariuses could really function in a relationship, because y'all would never see each other. Shit, y'all would be bored of each other. Yeah, somebody could be trying to come back around to you, Aquarius, or you trying to go back around to somebody. Somebody was a bona fide whore out here. This could also be a situation where, you could have been in a relationship with someone, and whilst you all were in the relationship, this person, again, was having problems basically doing what the fuck they were supposed to do in the relationship. And so you could have let this person go, or this person could have, wanted to be set free. This person wanted their freedom. They wanted to be set free. So you set a motherfucker free. Run, be free. Have at it. You want to sleep with that one? Have at it. Sleep with all of them. And somebody went out there like a kid in a candy store, and they slept with everybody that they did all the things that they felt that they were missing out on when they were in a relationship with you. Somebody fucked around and got sick out here too. Somebody got sick. So this could also be a situation where somebody did, you gave somebody what they were looking for. They wanted their freedom. You gave it to them. So they got out there. They were able to do whatever it was that they wanted to do. Somebody got sick. Now somebody is sick. Somebody needs somebody to take care of them. And somebody could be trying to come back around to you. I'm hearing, don't be like that. Have a heart. Somebody's like, man, fuck that nigga, or fuck that bitch. I don't give a fuck if they are sick. Somebody is like, yeah, somebody has no love for the other person. So whomever this other person was, they took somebody through it. Like, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, excuse my mouth, but that is what I'm like literally hearing. Like, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, this person is sick. Like, da-da-da-da-da-da. They can't feed themselves. Like, well, shit, I guess he ain't gonna eat, because I ain't about to do it. They can't even go to the bathroom. Well, I guess they gonna be sitting in shit, because I'm not about to do it. Fuck them. Where all them girls at? Where them hoes at? Where them hoes at? That's what I'm hearing. You said Cookie. Yeah, but that is like literally what I am hearing. Like, somebody is, yeah, somebody like, where them hoes at? Where are them girls? That this person was chasing and this person was dealing with, that they had me crying about. Somebody stayed with someone, and this person could have had them in the clinic up to 8 times. So somebody kept somebody in the clinic, or they stayed at the clinic when they were dealing with somebody. And that is the reason why somebody gives less than. Like, somebody is looking in their pocket. They like, what you looking for? Somebody is like, a fuck, and I don't see one in here. Yeah. Somebody wants a new start with you. Somebody wants to rekindle or reconcile a relationship. Or to even just to make up. Somebody sees how they treated somebody as well. And that could be a reason. So remember I said that somebody in the 9th hour could be trying to make amends. This may not be something as extreme as somebody is getting ready to pass away, but somebody is going to pass away or getting ready to. And you could pretty much know, you know, so this is somebody who's like up in age and they're trying to make, not everything in the reading is going to be for, you know, you all. I mean, for everybody specifically, you know, just take the parts that resonate. But somebody, you know, could be trying to make amends. Like, I know I fucked up. I know I was an asshole. You know, you were a good girl or you were a great, you know, guy. And basically I took you for granted. You know, I dogged you. I didn't do right by you. I should have, you know, I am so sorry. Somebody is going to come back to you. And so say this is somebody who was always too cool for school. Somebody is going with this no filter. Somebody is going to come back humble as shit. Humble as shit. So like that cocky ass, you know, energy that somebody could have had once upon a time with you. When they come back, they're not going to have that same energy. Somebody went out there. When you set somebody free, somebody went out there and they got their ass tapped by life. Okay? Somebody wanted to be out here with these hoes. These hoes showed somebody something. Somebody got robbed as well. So this would be a situation where you could have gotten with somebody at a young age. You know what I mean? So, you know, this could have been like your high school sweetheart or your college sweetheart or something like that. And you could have gotten with this person at a young age. And so, you know, as you and this person are getting older, inevitably you're going to change, you know what I mean? Because you're growing up. The things that were important to you at 15, 16 aren't going to be the same things that, you know, are important to you at 21, 22, 25. You know, and so as you know, you and this person got older, you said Krishan Rock, as you burn in hell, that's my message. Oh, wow. Yeah, somebody, I feel that, honey, because that's how I feel about my Aquarius. Like, never, nigga, not in the tree, not on my knee, not in the hat, not with a cat. I do not want your green eggs and ham. Like, yeah, I feel that. But, you know, this is somebody that when they had, you know, when you guys were growing up and everything and you guys were getting older, this person was, you know, going out and they wanted to explore. They felt like you were holding them back. They felt like, you know what I mean, they were being suffocated. Like you were, you know, like, oh, here you come call me with this dumb shit. And you know what I mean? Like you're sitting there, you know, as women do. I mean, this could be a man too. But, you know, you had one person who was trying to make the relationship work, stick it out because you guys simply have been together for so long. And it's like, you know, you're all I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been together for so long. I don't really know any other person. So somebody was basically trying to make a relationship work just, you know, because of that, because of the sheer number of, you know, years and stuff that you've been with somebody, whilst the other person is just like, they was just fighting for their fucking freedom. They just wanted to get out, get away, just, you know, just do anything but be at home and do what the fuck they were supposed to do. You may not have wanted to set this person free. Perhaps this person set you free. It's not working out. You know what I'm saying? You're not this, you're not that. You don't do this right. You don't do that right. You know how it is when somebody doesn't want to be someplace. No matter what you do, is never good enough. You know, you could work out and have the bomb ass body, but it still wasn't good enough. This person still had to have other people, still had to do other things. And so basically, you know, this person left. They said, I am man, hear me roar. I'm going out here to go conquer. And somebody went out there and, you know, unencumbered, and somebody got exactly what the fuck they was looking for. They got their freedom, all right. The freedom to catch shit, the freedom to take L's, the freedom to get dogged, because what they also, you know, failed to realize was somebody was getting older. However, I'm getting a man who got older, but he still like younger women. You know what I mean? So when you were with this person was always trying to chase, you know, younger women and everything. First of all, what most men don't understand is when a woman sleeps with you knowing that you have, he was also married. Hey, Sherry. When a woman sleeps with another man, or I'm sorry, not another man. When a woman is dealing with somebody and say this woman knows that you have a wife or a girlfriend at home, she's fucking with you because she likes the fact that you have somebody at home, because that means that she doesn't have to do the hard stuff. She doesn't have to wash your clothes. She doesn't have to, you know what I'm saying, nurse your sick ass back to health. She doesn't have to do anything. All she has to do is be pretty, polish your knob, and take your money. That's all she has to do. Men fuck up because they believe these things that these young girls tell you. Oh, daddy, you so beautiful. Oh, daddy, I love you. Oh, daddy, your dick is so big. And these men believe these things, and so they fuck up their home and to go chase after these little young girls. And once, you know, they go to these little young girls and they're with these young girls full time, then they realize that, you know, basically it was a facade. They don't want your ass, dummy. And so basically now somebody got out there in all of their freedom, and they got their ego crushed. They got their feelings hurt. They got their money taken. They got shots in their ass. Somebody even wrecked a car. They let their little side broad drive their car, or their little young broad, or however it goes down, and somebody fucked their car up as well. Somebody also found out the one that they were chasing, that they dogged you for, yeah, they had them in the clinic all the time. All the time. Somebody wants to come home now. Somebody doesn't want to be outside in the big bad world all by themselves anymore. Somebody wants to come home. Period. Whoever this Gemini is, if you are dealing with the Gemini, yeah, somebody, first of all, somebody went to the doctor. Somebody wants to talk. Somebody wants to come clean. First of all, you're going to find out that somebody is into the same sex too. And that's another reason why you couldn't keep somebody put. And somebody could be ready to admit that to you. So now somebody could be wanting to come clean for the month of March. Somebody wants to renew or reconcile some type of relationship, a marriage. In some instances, somebody wants to come back home. Somebody realizes this could be a situation where somebody chose their friends over you. And, you know, you could have tried to warn this person, or, you know, like, hey, you just need to settle down. You need to sit at home. Don't be out here ripping and running the streets with with these people. If some shit goes down, they're not going to be there for you. They're not going to help you out. They're not going to, you kept trying to tell somebody that these aren't your real friends. You know what I mean? You're doing all this for these people and they're not your real friends. Somebody could have fallen on hard times, and now somebody is realizing that. Somebody is basically coming back to the person they fought like hell to get away from. So energy is coming full circle for the month of March. If this hasn't happened, perhaps, an ex has attempted to try to resurface. I'm hearing temperature checks. Somebody could be coming around to check your temperature to see how open you would be to, talking to them, or some type of dialogue, or, if this person were to come back, would you be willing to entertain, the thought of reconciliation? So this is also a situation where somebody is coming back with their same tricks, their same bag of tricks that a couple of years ago would have had you going, but perhaps, would you say cookie cutter men are hard to come about these days? It's like looking for a big dog, but the pool is puppies. Yes, it is. It is. But, there's somebody for everybody. You might just have to, go and fish in a different pool. You know what I mean? But, yeah, somebody is basically trying to work themselves back into a situation that I'm telling, like, somebody fought like hell to get out of. When you had them, when they were there, they didn't want to be there. Now that you set them free and the world's got them, yeah. Somebody thought that, you know, by getting out here and having their freedom, that they were going to have a new chance at life, you know, that their new life was going to be exciting. They were going to, you know, fuck the baddest bitches and, you know, all of this craziness. And their new life turned out to be anything but. Anything but. First of all, somebody's money went down when they left you, or when you left somebody. Somebody blew all their money on bitches. Put that energy where you want it. I mean, you know, it could, you know, same-sex relationships, however it goes down. Heterosexual relationships, but somebody basically wanted to be out in the streets. Somebody wanted variety. Somebody wanted to live, you know, somebody was bored. Somebody acted like you were the enemy. Somebody acted like, you know, you were the problem. Somebody acted like you were the person that was holding them back or keeping them from enjoying their life, and they just wanted to be free. Somebody just wanted to be free. And they got their freedom, and now somebody wants to come back home. And here's the thing. They don't necessarily want to come back home because they have realized the error. They have realized the error of their ways. But it's not like, oh my gosh, you know, like I'm so passionately in love with this person, I just want to rip their clothes off. It's not that type of energy. It is, I realize now that I had a great life when I was with this person. You know what I mean? Like things were stable when I was with this person. I could breathe when I was with this person. I didn't have to worry about, you know, being taken advantage of when I was with this person. I didn't have to worry about people. Oh, hi. Hi, sorry. Thank you for your subscription. Please do. Hey, Tamara. Right? Stay gone. Right? Because somebody is just like, I just want to come home. And, you know, Tamara, you are right for saying stay gone, because here's the thing. They're not coming back because they love you. They're coming back because nobody loves them. If that makes sense. So if they could, so I'm also hearing that somebody has somebody in mind that when they left, that's the reason why they left, because they wanted to be with somebody else. And when they left and they got with this person, yeah, they realized that that person didn't love them. Somebody lied about a situation. Somebody lied about dealing with somebody. Somebody lied about maybe they were supposed to have put it in. So in the past, you caught somebody with, okay, so in the past, you were dealing with your person and they were dealing with somebody else, okay? And you could have caught them and, you know, they were supposed to have ended it with this person, and you could have found out that that was not so. You could have rolled past this person's house, so you could have known where the other woman lived, or you rolled past your person's house and saw the other woman's car there or something like that. But you know for a fact that they did not stop whatever the fuck it was that they were supposed to be doing with that other person. You could be dealing with a Pisces as well, or somebody was coming over somebody's house at night. But somebody most definitely was lying about ending something or not dealing with somebody. Also, you could have found out that somebody, that your person was taking their money and spending it on somebody else. You could have found out, so this could also be a situation when you were dealing with somebody, you made more money than they did, so you were the reason why there was money in the bank or why, however, and you could have found out that your person, when they would make their little fucking twos and fews, they were spending it on somebody else. Also, yeah, somebody got out there and somebody was dealing with the chick who was hot in the ass, and somebody could have contracted something fatal too. Or they could have found out that this person had something that was incurable and got scared straight. Or you could have found out that somebody that they were dealing with was sick or rumored to be sick, or somebody that they were dealing with was like a little thought pocket and everything. So you decided to basically cut ties with your person. Like, you ain't about to have my motherfucking ass in the clinic because you can't keep away from your little wonder slut. And you could have let somebody go. Because of that, I did say that somebody did contract something. Somebody is sick. Or somebody is going to end up being bedridden. Yeah. So that could have been the reason why you guys broke up in the past, because basically somebody would not leave their side alone, and that side kept you in the clinic. So you could have, kept BV or some shit like that dealing with your person. And that's because your person was dealing with, so this is somebody's husband too, but that's because your person was dealing with their little side, and their little side kept burning them. They were in love with this bitch. Whoever she was, baby, she was getting all their money, baby. All their money. Somebody was taking money up out the savings account. Somebody was breaking open their change jar, whatever their little side person called them and told them that they needed. Honey, they was coming out the pocket for this bitch. Yeah. I mean, not to call her a bitch, but fuck her. This also could have been okay, so this could be, somebody also could have been dealing with an air sign female. She would have been of a light complexion or Caucasian. You could have fallen out with this person. Also, you felt, so if this is a situation where your person was cookie cutter, hey smudge baby. So this could also be a situation where you actually had words with this little bitch before. That's why this was a deal breaker when you found out that they were still together and somebody was still dealing with the other person. So you very well could be dealing with the Pisces, because that came out in Pisces reading as well. But you could have confronted this side chick before. This side chick could have called you, or like you two knew about each other. Also, again, somebody stayed because the money was good. So this could be a situation where somebody kept you, like in a nice environment, but you perhaps knew that your person was a whore. So it was like, okay, well, you can't have it all. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was in them streets. Somebody made their money in them streets. And so they made money, whoever this was. Somebody can make money. Somebody is a hustler. Somebody is a money maker. However, for all the money that they make, they lose it because they spend it on little young tramps. Little yamps out there, as Tupac used to say. Currently, you could be dealing with a Taurus. Also, somebody could be saying that they want to come over and talk to you and everything, and you could find, like, when they come over, they could be drunk or something. So basically somebody is using, like, I want to come talk to you as a cover. Like, somebody's trying to get over into your house, and once you get them in, they could be like, oh, it's really late, you mind if I sleep on the couch, or something like that. Or somebody could come over and act like they're so drunk they can't drive home. Somebody basically wants to spend the night, so in the middle of the night they can come creep in your room. Somebody feels like, I guess this could be an air sign gentleman as well. King of Swords. Somebody is married too. Somebody could have gotten married in last December. And somebody could be regretting that as well. Or somebody could have gotten married to a Sagittarius out here. Also, you could be talking to a Taurus and find out that a Taurus is sick. All right, hotel, motel, yeah, somebody goes to the mosey wozies. You just rolling those fingers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm in the zone right now. Yeah, you can find out that a Taurus is sick, or somebody has been sleeping with the Taurus all along. Also, it could come out that somebody was actually living with somebody. Somebody had moved into somebody's house. So this could be a situation where you could have been married. All right, I'm getting hot, so that means I'm on point. So this is a situation where you could have been married to somebody, and you could have found out that your person basically put their little side bitch up in an apartment, or that could be coming out now. So also what could be happening is that your person who was trying to break free, be emancipated and everything, so they could go and be with their side. Now that they're with their side, they want to come back home. And so now the side basically is going to call you to let you know what a good time they've been having with your person. Since y'all been broken up, to try to, make sure that you don't accept this person back. Or it could come out, this person actually does want to talk. And like I said, somebody wants to come clean about everything. And you're going to find out, just to the extent of this person's infidelity or this person's lies. This could be a situation where somebody wants to come back and come clean, but they don't want to reconcile, say the romantic part of the relationship. Somebody just wants to, get on a level where you guys can be friends again, because once upon a time you did share a life and everything. I'm sorry, Red Elephant. I'm sorry, baby. I wasn't looking. What did you say? Don't retract it. I apologize. I was in the zone. But somebody, they just want to come back and kind of make amends. Somebody's trying to make amends for their wrongs. Somebody knows that they're dying out here. And so now somebody is trying to right their wrongs with the people whom they've hurt. And for some, this could be where you say we can give it another try, but you have to be 100% honest. Somebody is going to be 100% honest, and somebody is going to tell you the God's honest truth. And I don't think that after, you find out about everything that happened and everything that went down, you're not going to be able to accept this person back. You're not. Also, with this retirement goals at the bottom, somebody's also coming back because their side bitch spent them out and they need help. So this could be a situation where somebody is with you because, like I said, you are the side. You are the stable one, but somebody basically they're unfaithful. They like young girls. They like any girls that aren't you. They just have to be out here like that. That's just what they do. All right, let me see what other messages I can get. An hour and 38 minutes. Okay, you by far. I think Pisces got almost 2 hours, but that's because this is their birthday month. But Aquarius, you got a nice little reading about me. All right, what we have for our Aquariuses before we close this out, guys. Okay, I'm gonna let that stay out there. I said somebody was dealing with a Gemini. Anything else in this pile? That's a lot. I'm gonna put that back. All right, let's see what we have in this one. So what do we have here? So you could be dealing with the Gemini. Like I said, a light-skinned female is significant. Now, she could be Caucasian. This is somebody of a very fair complexion, but I did say, so this could be a fair-skinned air sign. Or this could be you. Who knows? All right, somebody is very jealous as well. Very jealous. last month something was significant, or something could have been like a catalyst, and it began last month, and this is the reason why this person could want to come back now and kind of work things out with you, or have a conversation with you, or while somebody's trying to recant their situation. Like Drake said, I got a lot of enemies, but every time I see them, something wrong with their memory. So now somebody has fucking amnesia as well. Within the next 3 to 6 months, something is going to be significant. I don't see baby. So that is promising. I didn't see a baby. Somebody's side dude could be significant. This could also be a situation where somebody wants to come back to you now because they see that you're moving on. Again, a challenge. So now somebody sees, so this could be a situation where, that person was fighting to get away from you. And so now you set this person free. You picked your face up off the ground. You put your big girl panties on it, and you kept it moving and everything. And so you eventually met somebody else. Somebody to, put a smile on your face. And so now your person wants to come back to you. And you're like, oh, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And now this person, they just have to have you. They have to win you back. You're the only person that they see. Somebody realizes the error of their ways. Somebody loves you and only you. Only your ass is going to do. Somebody, especially if you are dealing with the Gemini, baby, you got problems on your hands, because Geminis, that's the jump out the bushes on you sign. It's hard to shake a Gemini. It is hard to shake a Gemini, especially when that Gemini is not ready to let you go. Oh, yeah, baby, that's like nearly fucking impossible. I mean, it takes years to shake a Gemini when they are not ready to be shaken. I've done the legwork, so trust me. Somebody could be crying for you right now. So this is a situation where somebody wants you back. And so if anybody thinks that they're going to come near you or whatever that is, somebody could end up, going back to somebody who was dealing with somebody that was a romance, somebody that's in the streets or whatever. There's somebody out here who will murk a nigga behind theirs. And you can know this about your person. And so that is why this could be your side, because somebody had to, or basically has to hide the person that they're dealing with, because now that this person wants to come back and everything, if they find out that there's been another man sleeping in their bed or between their woman's legs or their ex's legs, they have no problem, none, bringing some smoke to somebody. Somebody lives for that shit, I'm hearing. Somebody also could be trying to get some dirt on you. I did say somebody was a rat. Somebody could be mic'd up, so please be careful. Somebody misses you. Of course, somebody wants to come back. However, somebody could be in love or in a relationship with somebody else. So somebody, I did say somebody got their wish. They got a chance to be with whom they wanted to be with, but somebody wants to come back. All right? A pedophile between the ages of 12 and 18 could be significant. I did say that as well. Somebody's child is with child by a teacher or somebody that's an adult. We have wife in the reverse. So somebody could want their wife back. Somebody could also be like, nigga, hell no. Somebody also, so this is also where, so say this is the man and he was fighting for his freedom. He didn't want to be there anymore. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be out in the streets. He wanted, to be with his little super side chick or however it goes down. And so he left. You begged this motherfucker to stay. He just had to go. He left. Okay. And so, you basically healed yourself. You basically, got back up and dusted yourself off. And so now that you have no desire to go back to that situation. Now that you have gotten your freedom, it's like, I wouldn't go back to that for all the money in the world. Why? To sit at home and cry while you're sleeping with this one and sleeping with that one, taking our hard-earned money and spend it on your little super secret side chicks and everything, and somebody does not want to revisit that part of their life. Somebody, basically had to heal and get over it and move on. And now that they have no desire to go back. None. And also somebody is running from the law too. So anyway, Aquarius, I hope that helped. I hope that it gives you insight. Please don't forget to like, comment, as well as subscribe. Share the content, as it may not pertain to you directly, but could pertain to somebody that you know and could be potentially useful, especially the bits about the babies. Please watch your kids, okay? Watch your babies. And until the next time, so I'll probably do another live going closer to the weekend, and this is going to be a collective. It's called my Tales from the Hood readings, and so those are usually pretty good as well. But thank you so much to everybody who joined the live. I'm so stoked. This is my second channel, and so it was like a good 2 years since I did my last live. So thank you. Welcome, and please join me. Hit the notification button so when I do go live again, you guys can be right there with me. And also, if you hear, I don't know who's on here, I will give somebody the opportunity to ask me a question. You don't have to, get into any detail. We don't want to put your business out on YouTube. But if somebody does want to ask me, like a very general question, I will take this time to do what I can to answer for you guys. All right. No? Going once. Going twice. All right. Going 3 times. All right. If you guys do want to get in contact with me, please send me a message via YouTube. And until the next time, deuces. Bye.